up everybody. Well, I'm back in the Peak District today. It's an absolutely stunning day. Everybody's out, cars everywhere. So I've come to a place just up from Grindleford, up near the radio tower.
Here's a map to show exactly where I am.
And there's still a lot of people around here, but it's a lot less busier than places like Froggatt Edge or Calver Edge, Bamford Edge. They're absolutely packed today, so I've come up here where hardly anybody comes, but today it is still pretty busy. So, but the sun's out, it's a lovely day. There's snow on the hills, so let's go out for a walk and see what we can see. Right, let's do it, let's go. Wow, well, as you can see, we've got a bit of snow up here, and that's probably why they put that radio tower right up there, because this is one of the highest places in the Peak District. So there's the radio tower, and if you're in the Hope Valley, then you can see this radio tower in most places. Just down the hill is Havisage. And the other way is where the way I've just come through, is Grindleford. I think they've probably been green laning, as they call it. I don't think they were farmers by the looks of it. Oh, my eyes are watering like mad. The wind just makes my eyes water. So now I'm heading up to Sir William Hill Trigg Point. Oops, watch that. This is the ice point. Just up here. Look at the snow on the hills over there. That looks magnificent. And I can see somebody paragliding. I think that's what they call it anyway. They've probably come off to the top of Mam Tor. You get a really good view from up here. Right, let's go up to the top. It's just been a light dusting of snow around here. That probably fell last night. So it's been raining quite a lot over the last God knows how many days. Look at that, absolutely stunning. So this is Sir William Hill Trigg Point. Probably the least busiest port of the Peak District today. It's Saturday, the first nice weekend we've had for quite some days. Right, let's take a walk down there, see where that path goes to. It's absolutely freezing at the top of this hill. The wind is cutting through you like you've never known. Oh, my eyes are watering, my nose is running. I don't realise how cold it is until you get up here. Whew. Hello. Getting a bit south of the wind now. Oh, a bit better down here. I wish I'd brought the drone. Every time I decide not to bring the drone, I always wish I had. Mind you, it would have been a bit cold on the fingertips. Trying to control it, that's the only problem. It doesn't take very long for your hands to go numb when you've got the remote control in your hands. Today is the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. Didn't get any cards though. Never mind, better luck next year maybe. So I've not walked far from the peak, or the top of the hill, and now the snow's almost gone. Look up there, covered in snow, and down here, well, it's almost all gone. Stuck up all over the place. Should have brought my hat. So, as I live in Sheffield, I get to explore the Peak District quite a lot. But really, only really taken advantage of it over the last few years. And there's still loads of places I haven't found yet. So sometimes I go out and surprise myself and find places that I've never been before. So over there you've got Mam Tor, and then looking down there, Higger Tor, and over to the top, that's Stanage Edge. See for miles up here. It's been the first nice weekend since Christmas really, and it's Valentine's Day today as well, so I suppose everybody's out for a nice romantic walk, apart from me, that is. I'm just out for a bit of fresh air and a bit of exercise. So we're out of the snow now. It was a bit icy a minute since, but that seems to have disappeared. I just hope it doesn't turn sludgy. If you remember, last time I saw you, I was in the Lake District. The day after I got back from the Lake District, it had been raining. I got in the van and the windscreen wipers packed up. And then the day after they came back on again, so I couldn't quite figure out what was wrong with them. Anyway, they were on and off for a couple of weeks. I had to be very careful about when I went out in the van, because I didn't know if the windscreen wiper was going to work or not. But I eventually got around to the cause of it. So if anybody's having trouble with the windscreen wipers, what you want to try first, which is the easiest job, is the micro switch on the bonnet latch. After watching a few videos on YouTube, there was 4 things that it could have been: the wiper stalk, the wiper motor, the circuit board, or the micro switch. I did buy a new motor, but I couldn't get the windscreen wiper arms off, so I gave up on that. So the next thing I tried I was giving the micro switch a crack with the hammer. Lo and behold, it actually worked. So I sprayed a bit of WD-40 on it, and not had no problem since. So if you've got a problem with your windscreen wipers and you've got a VW Transporter T51, first port of call will be your micro switch. Try that first, because it's the easiest thing to get at and the easiest thing to replace if you have to. Luckily I didn't. So there's a top tip for you. Another top tip. Oh, clear sound. And no wind. Now I'm behind this hill. All the snow's gone. What's that down there? I think that's what I was looking for. Maybe I shall go and investigate. I'll tell you something, it's going to be a bit of a climb back up here. I best not go too far. I ain't got all day. Right, carry on. Well, I'll tell you something, I'll be ready for that nice drink and a sticky bun when I get back to my van. I've got an apple Danish or something, I think that's what it is. When I get back, looking forward to that. Nice. Yeah, if you want a good walk in the Peak District and get away from the crowds, I think I found the perfect place. Because even today when it's really busy, I've only seen a handful of people walking around here, and the scenery is absolutely stunning. Let's have a look. Look at that old farmhouse over there in the middle of nowhere. How do they cope when they have lots of snow? Luckily the winters are getting a bit warmer. I bet back in the 80s you know about it when the winter came around here. Try and see what's down here then. So I'm heading down into the woods now, and the path is starting to get a bit sludgier and a bit steeper. I think sounds like there might be a river somewhere down here. So, see, go a bit further and then we'll have to spin it around and go back, because I'm starting to get a bit peckish and it's getting very muddy down here. So we have had a lot of rain lately. I think it's rained for 40 days solid in some areas of the country. We've definitely had quite a bit of rain here in Sheffield. So it's nice to get out and have a walk. Should really come out if it's raining really, but sometimes you just don't feel like it, even though you wish you had have done. But I can hear a river down here, so I'm sure soon be at the bottom of this hill. So I don't go horse over tit on my horse. So it's getting a bit slippy. Yeah. Can't be much further to the bottom now. Bingo. So there's the river. It's not quite a river, more of a stream. Well, that's been a lovely walk, so now it's time to head back up there and go and get that sticky bun. Well, I'm just heading back to the van now. That walk up that hill, ooh, done me in. Must get back to the gym. Ooh. Got the old ticker going, but don't worry, I'm not going to pass out. I bet that's a lovely little walk down there. Let's try that one day. That river runs through that valley there where the trees are. Right, carry on. It's getting on a bit now. It's not been a bad walk. Only a short walk. Wouldn't take probably more than, I don't know, an hour at the tops. It took me twice as long because I keep stopping, as per usual. Right, looks like there's two ways I can go, that way or that way. You can either go to Eyam or Bretton. That's the path I came down. That's probably not far away from where I came as well, but I'll go back the way I came, I think. So I'll head for that one. Oh, somebody's left the glasses. But it's certainly blown the cobwebs off. I've got quite a bit of a dab on now. Right, onwards and upwards. So, nearly up near the top again. The blue skies slowly disappearing, and the temperature has dropped by quite a few degrees as we get up to the snowy bit. But I was getting quite warm coming back up that hill, so I'm glad it's cooled down a bit. So back in the van, and now it's time for that nice drink and a nice sticky bun. Delicious. Here's one I made earlier. Oh, it's nice to get them boots off. That pastry was bloody delicious. Well, that's it for today. It's been a lovely walk. Weather's been fantastic. So, until the next time, I'll see you later. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Lovely. Bye for now.